Joining me now is Congressman Mark Green, chairman of the Homeland Security Committee and member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, do you believe the administration when they say that the Chinese didn't glean any intel, usable intel, from that balloon?
Absolutely not, Laura. If they can control its elevation and its path, which we know for a fact they did, that thing changed elevation several times, they had to be able to be getting information back. There's no way.
Did you ever think you'd see a time where the United States of America, with the money that we have put into our national defense, was just a laughingstock? I'm sorry, a laughingstock in the world watching this thing take place. There are a lot of people on TV today who are kind of downplaying it. Oh, well, you say this is a big nothing burger. If I heard that phrase one more time, I'm going to throw up. But what does this say to the Chinese, that we were just passive observers until, Biden decided this was political fallout, they had to take it down?
Sure. This was an invasion of United States sovereign territory, our space, by a Chinese spy balloon. The general officers who advised that thing not be shot down should be fired. That's step one to future competing with China. Fire whoever advised him not to shoot it down.
That's Millie in Austin, is it not?
Whoever it is.
Isn't it up to you guys to find out who made that call?
Oh, believe me, we
Same
will
thing that happened in Afghanistan, Congressman. We're back a year and a half later, and yet another embarrassment for the country.
I know for a fact the House Foreign Affairs Committee is planning on the withdrawal. They're going to dig into that, and we're going to dig into who made that. House Armed Services will dig into who made this decision.
And
they have to fund it.
Well, we have to stop funding them. I mean, unless the only thing they understand is power and money. And if they keep getting these giant increases in the defense budget, why are they going to change?
Well,
they're not going to change.
Clearly, the efficiencies, there's a ton of things to change over there, no doubt about it. But number one, we got to find out who made these bad decisions. We need warriors over there. Our military is supposed to, their job is to deter war, and when it happens, kill people and break things. Not train people on this woke stuff that is tying up our time. We got ships colliding in the sea, and a three-star admiral made a report on it that it was because there wasn't time to train on what they really need to train on. Instead, they're out there worrying about this woke stuff that's being taught not only at the academies but throughout the force.
Well, how much time are they spending on that? He said they have to train at West Point on white rage. That's what he said in that congressional testimony.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was really read in on what was happening at the academy at the time.
To add insult to injury, by the way, some are concerned that the technology that might be gleaned from this balloon might have an interesting origin. Watch.
It does worry me about the Chinese, just how capable they are of collecting intelligence in this country. I mean, there are all sorts of things we don't know what that balloon was carrying, what kind of cameras, whether it had communications equipment, or even sensors. We used to drop sensors on China to monitor their nuclear weapons. Are they doing the same thing at our Minuteman bases? What scares me is when they get this stuff out of the ocean, it's going to turn out to be American technology, which there's a good chance it will be.
Well, there's very, very much a chance. We have a lot of businesses in this country, and CFIUS, who has the purpose of stopping that technology transfer to China, needs more power, needs to do their job better. Absolutely, it's a possibility. Too many businesses putting profit over national security, and it's got to stop.
Chances 1 to 10, 10 being the most likely of U.S. technology being found in that balloon. What are you going to say?
That's a tough question. You're putting me on the spot. I'd say 5.
That's not good.
No.
Congressman, thank you. Great to see you in studio tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.